I have this website I journal to in the background called The Creation of Wikipedia. It's Listen Hat Note. Look it up on Google. It's just interesting to hear something created in the moment on the internet. So the leadership image today is about priorities. It's called the Matryoshka doll set. It's like a Russian doll set of wooden nested dolls, and it reminds me of the movie Rise of the Guardians. And this is one of the coolest ideas. I still think about this idea because of the Rise of the Guardians movie and the analogy that North talks to Jack about his center being wonder. It's something interesting to think about. So here we go. So priorities. We prioritize different things in our lives by putting one in front of the other. So maybe you could think of the one on the inside, the centermost doll in the doll set of the ones nested, as the prioritized quality. One of my favorite questions to ask people now is, what do you think is humanity's greatest quality? Like, what quality do you prioritize above all the others, or do you see as one that's most important? That doesn't mean you disregard all the other qualities and only focus on that one, but it means that one's at your core. I've heard love, hope, perseverance, curiosity is mine, just these different qualities. And it can be done with just about anything, with qualities, with your priorities. A lot of analogies as well call it big rocks first. I could talk about that one as well. Big rocks first is another priority analogy. It's easier to take the big things first and then nestle everything incrementally as it gets smallest to the point you can fill the jar with water than it is to start with all of the small things. Like if we get the big core things right, maybe the small things will work out really well. But yeah, that's such an interesting thing to me, that doll set analogy, because it helps me focus on what I prioritize, what I put in the back burner, what's important to me, what's at my core, what's the purpose and calling and meaning and difference and value I want to make. That's at the core of me. That's just the leadership image that I love to think about every so often when it comes to what's important and what matters. So how can you apply that, and what does that remind you of? What do you prioritize? Like, what's the good question I'd like to ask is, what's the quality that you love to protect in other people as well as maintain in yourself? That doesn't mean disregard everything below it. It just means, what do you prioritize? Like, where do you start? What quality do you start with? For me, it's curiosity. Below that, compassion, commitment, love, perseverance, gratitude. Those are a lot of the qualities I think about. But sometimes it's cool to just remember one thing about somebody that's really important. Even if you meet a stranger, asking that question can give you a glimpse into what they value and what they see as meaningful. So the Matryoshka doll set, that is the leadership image for today. Keeping you with Deep TBA. I'll see you tomorrow. Weekend. Happy Friday the 13th. This is a great day today. It was a fantastic day. Oh, life's good. Keeping you, DFTPA. Goodbye, everybody. Polka for